And so begins the effort to elect the 266th successor of St. Peter, the Bishop of Rome and the Supreme Pontiff of the Catholic Church. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Catherine Hadro. As of right now, we still do not know who the next pope will be. Black smoke billowed tonight from the Sistine Chapel, signaling that the first round of voting produced no clear leader. While the black smoke was not a surprise, an air of expectation does hang over the Vatican. EWTN Vatican correspondent Valentina Di Donato was in St. Peter's Square for the first ballot and brings us an update on all the events leading up to that moment.
Good evening, Catherine. Black smoke has just billowed out of the Sistine Chapel's temporary chimney, meaning that the conclave, the closed-door election of a new pope after its first day, will continue. And this signals that none of the candidates have reached the required two-thirds majority, and that no pope has been chosen. The black smoke we see above the Sistine Chapel is produced by burning of the ballots of each of the cardinals with the addition of a chemical mixture to color the smoke black. And for the cardinals, it has been a long day leading up to the conclave. They began this morning with the Pro Eligendo Pontifice Mass, the Mass for the election of the Roman Pontiff in St. Peter's Basilica. During the celebration, the cardinals invoked the help of the Holy Spirit, asking for his help so that the elected pope may be who the Church and humanity need at this difficult and complex turning point in history.
Among the tasks of every successor of Peter is that of fostering communion. Communion of all Christians with Christ. Communion of the bishops with the Pope. Communion of the bishops among themselves. This is not a self-referential communion, but one that is entirely directed towards communion among persons, peoples, and cultures, with concern that the Church should always be a home and school of communion.
Casa e scuola di comunione.
And in the afternoon, the cardinal electors gathered in the Pauline Chapel to pray the Litany of the Saints before processing into the Sistine Chapel, while singing the Veni Creator Spiritus, the great hymn to the Holy Spirit. And there, they took an oath that pledges their commitments to secrecy and that they will adhere to the rules of the conclave, closing the doors to the outside world. And outside, the faithful and curious onlookers from all over the world have filled St. Peter's Square for hours, waiting for news of a new pope. And the anticipation is electric.
Began to pray, and I say it's a historic moment, and it is one really began the discernment, began the process of elect the new pope. So after I began to pray, I was not waiting to have the white today. But after some moment waiting, I said, my goodness, what is happening? So yes, the first moment was relief.
So this moment is very, very important for everyone, I think. Even just living in Rome.
We finished finals early. We graduated in a week, so we had some time to make it to Rome. And we are both pilgrims at heart, and so coming back to Rome, especially for the conclave, was just so exciting for us.
And we didn't think we'd make it today. Our flight landed, and we rushed over. We thought we were going to miss the smoke, but because it was delayed, we were able to make it to St. Peter's right on time.
And so for now, the Church watches, waits, and prays for her next Supreme Pontiff. In Rome, Valentina Di Donato, EWTN News Nightly.